After almost 2 months of the preview of it, we finally get a chance to see what Divine Skill is all about. And if you want me to put in my honest opinion thoughts on it, it's not bad. It's not as broken as a lot of people think it will be, but it is not terrible either. And in my honest opinion, this is the best we can expect. We don't need to be too broken, but at least it need to be something that is beneficial, and that is exactly the Divine Skill of Velstra Blitzarm actually is. And today I'm going to be talking about my observation from the Divine Skill, which there's not a lot, the potential of it, and some of the concern I have with a Divine Skill going into the future, because don't forget we are talking about Bushiroad here. So what is the Divine Skill? Well, nothing much to talk about here. It is essentially a once per game skill, similar to things like once per duel skill in Yu-Gi-Oh!, V-Star skill in Pokemon, and most importantly, and something that I'm most familiar with, once per game skill in Recross. So once per game skill concept hasn't been anything new, but this is the first time in Vanguard, and in my honest opinion, it is not easy to implement this kind of thing because there is a fine line between too broken or too underwhelming. I will have to say this first, Divine Skill of Velstra, it kind of fall into the latter, but not that much. But with the review of Velstra Blitzarm, there is an observation we can talk about.
And that is the fact that
the Divine Skill are very specific to the deck that it supports in. So for Velstra case, it's literally just allow you to place multiple products within a single instance, whilst allowing you to actually activate one of them if you manage to put two different products onto the other zone. This is actually a great thing because this means that there is a high potential that other decks that are not the Divine Skill units might get the Divine Skill after the anime, or maybe something like off anime show with things like Ignis being said to be non-anime cards. And that actually excites me because that means that a lot of fan favorite unit might come back to standard with the Divine Skill. How broken they are, we don't know, but if they are returning, I can see a lot of fans of many of these decks gonna be excited about it. I mean, if Omina Grigio get Divine Skill, I can live happy. But there is also a caveat coming with the Divine Skill, and that doesn't really come from the mechanic itself because it is super simplistic. It comes from the developer, the one who distributes Vanguard, Bushiroad. You see, Bushiroad has a track record on designing a lot of nation cards poorly, and I'll keep my bias strong here, especially Dark States. Evidence over trigger. I know I will get a lot of hate from this, but I will say this again. In my honest opinion, 100 mil is a problem, but I feel the bigger problem of the 100 mil is the additional effects. As depends on the additional effect, that 100 million K can become just simply, oh, it breakthrough to... I mean, there is a reason why Elder Brace is being considered one of the most disgusting overtrigger amongst the overtriggers. So in my honest opinion, if they are going to do Divine Skill, I hope they don't go too far. Like, do it enough to actually facilitate how the deck works like Velstra, and don't go all the way to the extent like So I hope they don't really go that route where Divine Skill are something that literally just endgame, but rather Divine Skill is something that allow you to facilitate your endgame board faster and better. And that's something I hope they actually do, because if that is literally what they do with the Divine Skill, that is actually good enough to actually makes a difference in the competitive side of the game already. But that's my 2 cents about it. But what do you guys think? Do leave down in the comments below, as I'm really curious on how you guys really think about the Divine Skill for the first time. The first impression is the most important. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Take care of yourself, and this is Mac Megane signing out.